when I step up in the place. Say yo, I step correct. Got you all in check.
A forgettable commentator tells you what happened. A great commentator tells you why it happened. Neil built that instinct through decades of studying patterns most people never notice. Every grip became another lesson. Every opponent became another puzzle. Every match became another chapter. He didn't just break down matches. He broke down goals the same way, like a jigsaw. Something as big as becoming a champion gets dismantled into small individual pieces. Then one at a time, he moves them into a place until the big picture starts to form. It's the same process heading into every match. Grip, angle, timing, counter. Each piece studied on its own before it's ever assembled into a plan. I think anything in life you're excited by it. If you can see an end goal, you look at it and think, there's the summit, right there. You can visualize it. And by making the steps toward that peak a little clearer, a little bit more visible, your path towards it changes. You have more hope. It creates hope. That's not just how he taught. That's how he thought. Even after retiring from elite competition, that curiosity never disappeared. It's part of why he created series called Deep Inside the Mind of, sitting down with athletes, not to talk about their stats, but to understand what actually drives them. The intention is that we can demystify the sport and take you on a journey, allow you to see the journey of these individuals as they step into a new environment. And sometimes, by doing so, it'll help demystify it, because they'll see it from an outsider's perspective and articulate it from an outsider's perspective. I came in, this is what I experienced. And going on that journey with him can be really fun. You'll get the highs and you'll get the lows. Sometimes, even Neil Pickup runs out of words big enough. You can hear it. You can feel it. A pause, a search, almost a frustration, like he's reaching for a bridge between what he's feeling and what the audience can actually hear, because some moments are bigger than language, which is why behind the microphone he isn't guessing. He's reading a language most viewers don't even know exists. Sport built around strength have short memories. Champions are remembered, records are remembered. The techniques, the history, and the people who built the sport often are not. Neil refused to let that happen. Arm wrestling had talent, it had drama, it had everything a great spectator sport needs. What it didn't have was a stage built to show it off. So he built the stage the sport had been missing. He created Arm Wars, a professional series designed to gather the best arm wrestlers in the world for high stakes. One-on-one super matches presented the way real sport deserves to be presented. That stage mattered more than most people realize. In 2008, at Arm Wars Deep Water, Damon Larratt beat John Bazank, a legend nobody had beaten in a super match in 25 years. Damon Larratt, on that day, was a completely different athlete. Devon didn't do it on just any stage. He did it on Neil's stage. That single night turned Damon Larratt into an internationally recognized arm wrestler. He became its voice, the primary commentator calling action live at every event. And on the nights he stepped away from the microphone to compete himself, the broadcast doesn't stop. Other voices in the sport, wrestlers like Dan Thomas and Geoff Hale, step in because the show and the sport always come first. He also took on the presidency of the British Arm Wrestling Federation, the body responsible for the sport structure and the future in the United Kingdom. None of that was necessary for a man with 16 international titles already behind him. He did not do it for another accolade. He did it because he wanted the sport to outlive him.
Arm wrestling is something I've given more of myself to than anything I've ever done in my life.
Furtherment and growth of arm wrestling. When they throw dirt on me, when I die. If I've done that, then I did something. You know what I mean? Arm wrestling is something I've given more of myself to than anything else I have ever done in my life. I've learned a lot from it because sometimes you go into things trying so hard, making mistakes with no path to follow. It has been fascinating and educational. I couldn't have tried any harder. Sometimes I won, sometimes I lost, but I wouldn't change a thing. It has been incredibly rewarding. I missed out on other things in my life because of it. It's something you want to succeed more than you want yourself to succeed. Does that make any sense? It's the only thing I've ever been good at. The kid who once stared at a strong man flexing his bicep never really stopped being that kid. Today, Neil's voice is attached to some of the biggest stages the sport has ever seen. Lead commentator for the World Arm Wrestling League on ESPN, an anchor presenter for the Giants Live World's Strongest Man Tour on Channel 5, but titles aren't the reason he'll be remembered. When a new fan watches arm wrestling for the first time, Neil is often the reason they stay. He is the translator between the sport and the audience, the person who can take a stranger who has never seen a grip up in their life and by the end of one match has them holding their breath.
Ready go! On the way we go! Enormous drive! And now he squeezes forward and attacks hard! And it's down! Soaking it up! Enormous drive! And the Canadian starts to meet him frame on frame in the middle. Test your frame is the question there. And Devon Larratt has met it hard on the inside. Ladies and gentlemen, we are deep inside in the centre of the table. And the head nod from Larratt. He acknowledges the control and there's the pin for the Canadian. Wow! Authority.
He doesn't just explain arm wrestling. He teaches people how to see what they've been looking at.
If it
all
moves,
along.
Ray will do it.
Anyone can describe a match. Very few can make someone fall in love with a sport in 90 seconds. And almost nobody can do it after already spending 20 years on the other side of the table. Bleeding, losing, breaking, coming back, long before they ever picked up a microphone.